Alright guys, so I'm gonna go see that new Jumanji movie. Super excited for this movie. Really enjoyed the first one a lot. Gonna go see it in Dolby. I'm excited about that. Let's go watch the movie. Alright guys, so I did go see Jumanji, the next level, of course. The sequel to the super surprising Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, which was one of the most surprising movies of that year, not just quality wise, but box office wise. The movie nearly made $1 billion at the box office. It was so close to $1 billion, and I'm glad that the movie did as well as it did, because I thought it was a really good movie. It was really fun. It was everything that a Jumanji movie should be, and I see why that first movie, or technically second movie, since Welcome to the Jungle was the sequel to the original Jumanji movie, I absolutely see why the movie got the attention and the hype that it did, and why it did so well at the box office. As for this movie, I really hope it does similar business. Maybe not the same quality, because I think that the reason why a lot of people were going out to see Jumanji is because it was the word of mouth. It was a surprising word of mouth. No one really wanted a reboot or a remake or a sequel to Jumanji, and the fact that it came out and it was pretty good was surprising. That it was one of those situations where you just had to see it yourself to believe it, and it was a lot of fun. I kind of love that movie actually, and I had very high expectations for this movie. One of my most anticipated movies this year after watching Welcome to the Jungle. And Jumanji the Next Level, I will say I did enjoy the movie, but it's definitely nowhere near as good as Welcome to the Jungle. It's like the movie is good, but it just like, it kind of like, part of me felt like the movie was kind of like wearing itself off at times. Now don't get me wrong, the idea of them switching the characters around, like which character gets to play certain avatars, was pretty unique, because you really don't want them to play the same avatars again, or it's going to be like the same exact movie as the first Jumanji movie. Instead they switched some characters around, so now we have Dwayne Johnson playing Danny DeVito, and Kevin Hart playing Danny Glover, and so on. And that was actually really fun. Although after a while, like, it kind of starts to get old. Like, it's just the same shtick over and over again. It does start to get old, but it's still very funny and very entertaining to watch. Really, that the connection, or the bond that Danny DeVito's character and Danny Glover's character in this movie have is honestly something special, and something that really made the movie kind of, it made the movie really charming and sweet. And if you've seen the movie, I'm sure you know why I'm saying that, because there is some type of payoff to it, which was kind of sad towards the end of the movie. But I think that the main problems with this movie, I think when you compare it to Welcome to the Jungle, it doesn't exactly have the same level of energy or hype that movie had, because that movie was so much fun to watch. And don't get me wrong, this is still a very fun movie to watch, but it just doesn't have the same energy, or doesn't have the same juice that first movie had, or second movie, whatever you want to call it, had. And it's not exactly, the energy isn't exactly all the way there, but it's still a pretty fun movie to watch. I still love Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Jack Black. He's great in this movie. Of course, every character that Jack Black gets to play in these movies, it's just so funny, and he always ends up stealing the show. We also do have the addition of Awkwafina in this movie, which I thought that she was actually pretty entertaining in the movie, and once you see the movie, you'll know why her character is there. I think that another problem that I had with this movie is a similar problem that I had to the first movie, and that it's the villain. The villain itself just comes out as rather just really weak, and just kind of a flat villain. Like, there isn't much to his character except for him being bad because he wants like this jewel or whatever. It's just the villain tropes aren't there, and it just he's like he's a pretty flat villain. But other than the villain and the issues of the movie just not having the same energy as the first movie, or maybe even getting tiring at times. Even with that in the way, like this is still a really enjoyable movie, and the movie itself, like the visuals for the movie are actually pretty good. Like they're improved from the previous movie, and I could definitely see them making another movie. This movie's gonna make a lot of money. So honestly, if by the time that CinemaCon comes here to Vegas in what April or March, if they announce another Jumanji movie, do not be surprised because I'm sure this is gonna be a monster at the box office, and they do leave the doors open for another movie. And let me just say, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you stay for the end credit scene, they leave the doors open for another movie, and it's not in the way it's not exactly like in the way they think that a sequel to the next level or the new level, whatever this movie's called, is gonna go. Like the idea for another Jumanji movie, the idea that they set up in the end credit scene is actually quite phenomenal. I'm really excited for it, and I really hope that they do end up making it. I'm sure they're gonna make it. But anyways, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, fun movie. Really enjoyed it. I think this is a movie that you could definitely go out and watch on a matinee. With that being said, I'm gonna give Jumanji: The Next Level a B. Other than that, this was also a pretty fun Dolby experience. The movie looked amazing with Dolby Vision 4K projection, and the movie sounded pretty good. It had like these dynamic jungle sounds with Dolby Atmos, so I'd say it was very well worth it. I cannot wait to pick up this on 4K. I'm sure it's gonna look absolutely stunning. But anyways, have you guys seen Jumanji: The Next Level? If you guys seen it, what did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.